Hello! Hello and welcome to part 2 of Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. I'm going to go ahead and switch my monitor over here, so give me one moment. And we're going to go ahead and dive right back in. As you guys may or may not know, and I got to adjust my headset here just ever so slightly, and I actually just got done working out myself here, so things are a little in disarray here. So I was planning on streaming here, last Friday, then last Saturday. What happened is I got very sick this past week. I had a really nasty cold. So if my voice sounds a little bit weird or a little bit off, that's why. It was a hell of a week last week. Definitely not planned whatsoever. Kind of came out of nowhere. Not a fun situation at all. So, oh, I forgot we got this guy here. So I'm gonna have to try and kind of remember where we were in this game, what we're doing. Let's see here. I forgot the camera's kind of weird as shit in this game too. Doesn't it have like your typical like camera movement that you would want? Should probably look. Let's see here. I think if I hit back, I can look at the map. Yep. I think I got taken out real fast. Guys, give me 1 second here. Ow. So if I seem a little off tonight, or there's periods of time where I just don't talk, it's just me getting over the cold. Plan right now this week, we're going to go back to the schedule that was planned here before I got really sick. And we'll be streaming tonight. I'll be streaming Friday night as well. I have not decided yet. I might do something on Wednesday. We're going to play that by ear. I don't know yet. I may not. I've been toying with the idea of doing a late stream Wednesday night to kind of make up for missing that one day here. I think this is a boss that we're up to here, so this is going to be fun. It's definitely a boss. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. I have to kind of remember how you maneuver and shit here. So yeah, over the course of me being sick, I was able to finish and put up my Spider-Man review. You guys can definitely check that out now on the channel. So that's done. I also was able to finish Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now I have to compile my thoughts on that game and get a review up. Holy shit. Do I have... Let's try this. Do I have any kind of healing item? That seems like a healing item. So probably in the next week or two here, and I'm not in a real hurry to have the Shadow of the Tomb Raider review out because I want to be thorough with that game's review. Without really spoiling any of that review, and I'm not going to really dive deep into thoughts on that game. I really liked it a lot. It is definitely one of the best games I've played in 2018. I've seen a lot of other critics and other people kind of a little down on Shadow, saying that it was not as polished. Like the one sentiment that's been coming out in a lot of reviews is that people are saying it's not as polished as the Crystal Dynamics, like Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, the two reboot games. I think it's more polished. Like I don't know if maybe these people played without a day one patch or something. I don't know if it's a case of that again, but I thought the game was more polished than all three of them. I think this was the most polished one. So, but again, there's a lot of times where I think like people, I think it's better today than it was 5 years ago. But there's a lot of times where I think that certain outlets and stuff get these games early and they're not given. I guess that didn't do what I wanted it to do. That doesn't do anything. That don't do anything either. Okay. Rare items. Estimate from car. Looks like it should be placed in something somewhere. I don't know if we may die here, and that's okay. 4 or 5 years ago, there was... Yeah, we're going to have to redo this. 4 or 5 years ago, they would send out a review copy of a game, and it wouldn't have a day one patch. And I know now a lot of times, like, critics and stuff get games with day one patches ahead of time, and they don't have those issues. But with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I'm wondering if it's a case of that simply because I saw so many reviews of just like, it doesn't seem as polished. Like, no, it seems more polished. So, I don't know. But that's like been the one weird thing that I saw about that game and just kind of disagree. Like, no, I think it's really polished. But yeah, I will have a review on the site forthcoming. In terms of upcoming Horror Fest videos, I have to kind of sit here and look. I kind of rushed through getting out that Spider-Man review because I just wanted to have that done. And I haven't really looked since to see what's next on the docket in terms of stuff I have here done, ready to go. So I will have to look here. Holy shit. Where is this guy going? I almost wonder if I should change to that other innocent devil thing for this boss. I don't know, what does that do? Auto, command, auto it is. Let's see what he does on auto. And my cold came out of nowhere. A lot of it has to do with weather change. It seems like early October every year I get sick with some sort of stupid bullshit. A lot of times it has to do with the weather change. Living in the Midwest, especially during all the climate issues we have now, weather is so weird when it comes to this time of year. Just last week there were a couple days here that were 40, 50 degrees. Today it's like 80, and it feels like it, with the humidity and everything, and that always jacks my system up every single time. So, wow, is this guy not doing anything? Like, I might have to go back and just purchase some more stuff to heal. Actually, I want to see someone's. What would this do? What would this make? Format, sure. Not what I already have, though. Aluminum and jet black, wild memory. Let's try that and see what happens. Sure. That looks way better. Let's use that. Let's see. Equip weapon. Really? That thing's not more powerful than the weapon I currently have? That seems kind of shady. So out of all my weapons, I have the most powerful. Okay. Like, what is this thing doing? I'll put him on command, I guess. Like, he just doesn't seem like he's really doing much of anything here. Now he's attacking. He just stands there. I'm not very good at dodging in this game. That's part of my fault here. I'm probably going to end up having to go... Wow. I'm probably going to end up having to go to the shop and buy some stuff here. Yeah, because I'm going to get my ass kicked here. gonna drop down. I don't know if like I don't know what that thing's doing. I'm gonna get killed here by that, and then I'm gonna end up just going and buying a bunch of potions. Shit. Yep, there it is. Alright, we'll go buy a bunch of potions and shit here. I can't get this headset on right. That sounds about right. Let's try this again. Actually, no, because where I am, that shit was like way back. The only thing that sucks about this is if I do this... What the hell was that just came up? Sure. If you need a tutorial on how the map works, that's cool. The only thing is I'm wondering if I use this... Let's see here. Memorial ticket warp to the last registered save point. Oh, okay, so I could use one to go back to that chick's shop, buy shit, and then come back. Okay, let's do that. Whoa, that looks weird as hell. Alright, let's see. Talk to me. Let's see here. Buy. What do you got? Potion. Two. Like, why do I not have money in this game? Oh, you know what I could do? I could sell these useless weapons that are doing me no good. Let's see. Nothing. What are you talking about? Nothing. Alright, let me go down here. I know I have extra swords, axe, spear. Maybe it's weird. Okay. Well, we'll buy another potion. 2 potions should be able to get me through this shit anyways. I don't understand why I can't sell. Yeah. I have to look into that system because I haven't even looked into what that does really. Also, I don't... Alright, let's see here really quick. So I should have 2 potions now. Yep. And then rare. Abandoned castle map. But I don't understand is I have all these weapons. Oh no, maybe I don't. Maybe I have to build them. Okay, that's really weird. But alright, whatever, sure. I'll make the short sword. Whatever, I'll make them and then we'll just sell them, I guess. Sure, yeah, whatever. Unless I make something that's better than what I currently have. This just looks like this bamboo lance. The thing just looks like the shittiest weapon in the world. Like, it just doesn't look good. Punch rings! Shit. Actually, it looks kind of badass. I can make 2 of those. Let's make 2 of them, whatever. Can I make a better helmet? No, I already can't have the best helmet I can. Okay. Can't do anything special. Why does it keep saying new? Is it because I can make another one of these swords? I probably can make a shit ton of these, yeah. But now I can make a broadsword. Okay, do it. That might be better than what I currently have. Short sword, let's do it. Ooh, that looks kind of badass. Alright, now let's take a... Whoops, went too fast. Now let's take a look here. And somehow everything I made is worse than what I currently have. Sure. Because, like, whatever the sword... And I wish it doesn't... okay, I have a broadsword right now, but, like... Everything I made, with the exception of this broadsword, everything I made is somehow worse. Like... Whatever. Sell. It's dumb. Yep. I'm sorry for anybody who has to hear this chick say this stuff over and over again. Sal. That everything? Yeah, I think so. How much cash do I have now? That's way better. Okay, how much does one of those tickets cost? Like a magical ticket? We'll buy... You know what? Those are super cheap. I'll buy like 4 of them, 5 of them. Nah, that seems like outrageous. We'll do 3. I'll do 2 of those, just to have them. Can't buy that high serum, though. Whatever, we'll buy 2 more. Alright, so I got some potions now. We should be able to knock out this shit boss. Whatever. Alright, so now I should be able to use... Whoops. I should be able to use one of those. Item. Usable item. Those with the... It should bring me right back to that. Drink this here. Layman of Innocence was a better game between these two. Like, although to be fair, I haven't played through. This is the only one I've never played all the way through, so I can't right now say that this is better than Layman of Innocence because I haven't finished it, but I think Layman of Innocence looked better, but also that's going off of playing that game a few times 15 years ago. So, and what the hell is this save point? This isn't... Why the... Warps the last registered save point. This is not my last registered save point. This is like... way not where... This is like the beginning of the game. What the shit? Let's see here. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. The game wants to be stupid like that. I'll just do this. Usable. I'll just go back to her shop. Whatever. See you later. Alright, let's look at the map. I'm here. Oh, that's actually fine because I wanted to go back and see what was in this room really quick, and that was this way. Okay, cool. This one seems pretty cool thus far in terms of, like, when it came out, I still can't answer. I think the last time I was streaming, I said I can't answer why, for whatever reason, I skipped this game when it came out, being the huge Castlevania fan I am. I don't know if it was like I was in between the Xbox and the Xbox 360. I don't know. Because I think this game came out like March 2005. I don't know why I would have missed it. What the hell is this? It's a save point that's not active yet? What? What the shit? Let me look at this one. Yeah, sure. That's weird. I think right now, like, again, I'd have to play Layman of Innocence again. I have it, but I have not played that game in like 15 years. I remember when it came out, I played through it like 2 or 3 times right away though when it came out. I liked it a lot as a kid, but I don't... Whatever, we'll just fight our way back. Me and my buddy Golem, or whatever his name is. Look at his walk. It's a better... I'll say this. It's a better Castlevania game than Castlevania 64, but Castlevania 64 is a real bad game. That, as a kid, I thought was a good game. That I've since corrected myself in later years. Let's see. I like the look of these wizards. Like, they look really cool. Dun, 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 dun. This thing looks cool as shit. Alright. Didn't give me nothing. Let's look at this map again. Yeah, I don't, like... I read that ticket... Oh, if people are on these turrets, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't think so. This, like, that's one part of this game I think is kind of dumb, is just having this other guy here. Like, I'd rather just be my dude, but... Maybe you could summon this other guy in when needed or something, but... Oh. He actually seems to be pulling his weight right now, though, which is kind of funny. He was not pulling his weight earlier, that's for sure. That orc looks horrible. Figured you were still there. There you are. Is that everyone? We all good here? Everyone's dead? Cool. I think... Yeah, we're going the right way. We might as well save back of that room. That ticket thing doesn't make sense to me, because it's the last save room you've used, which would have been this one, but for whatever reason the game said, nah, let's send you back to the beginning of the game. Sure, okay, yeah. Even though this was the last damn thing I've... Oh, wait, hold on. What does this thing say about register meal ticket? Maybe I have to register it? That seems counterintuitive to what that thing says, but whatever. Let's take a look here and see. Now I'm curious. Cool. Alright, get back in there. Register meal ticket location. Okay, so I guess you have to register as a location for a memorial ticket. Sure. That's stupid as hell. I don't know why they would change that or make that a thing. Whatever. What was the save I just made? This one. We'll just save over it. Like, I don't... That's dumb. That's dumb as hell. I don't know why you would have to register something. I guess maybe that's just how this game was made back then. I don't know. That seems like a broken system for what that is. I didn't have to register meal tickets in Symphony of the Night. That's all I'm saying. Like, you just use that thing and warp. I don't know. Some of these enemy designs are just weird as shit too. Like, I don't... Let's see, we're going the right way, right? Yep. All the way back. Wow. Oh my god. This thing looks like what's his name from Mortal Kombat. Is it why I keep wanting to say Blanca? That's Street Fighter. Why can't I think of that guy's name? I don't think there's really, like, yeah, I mean, you have like a percentage up here, so I guess you can. But I don't know. In terms of Castlevanias, I will always prefer 2D over 3D, with the exception of Lords of Shadow 1. That game is damn good and highly underrated. Lords of Shadow 2, though, not a great game. A very disappointing game. I would, to be fair, I was way overhyped for that game, and that's probably why I was really let down. But I adore Lords of Shadow. I think that game is really, really good. I'd easily put it in like my top 3 Castlevania games. Okay, here we go. And that just goes... Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Unless... Oh, I guess that acts as a door there. Okay. And then I think we were, like, up here at that save point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I guess that's the way we're going. Me and my bud. Oh, look at this guy trying to creep on the side here. I don't remember the camera being as jacked in Layman Innocence as it is in this one, but again, 15 years ago is what I'll keep saying. Like, I want to say maybe like a year or two ago, I loaded it up briefly, but that's about it, with maybe the intention of like, hey, I'm going to play through this again, and then just didn't, because I probably just played Symphony of the Night again or something. But maybe for next year's Horror Fest I'll do Layman Innocence. It's been long enough. I just have to figure out how to hook up, or not how to, but how I want to hook up a PlayStation system through HDMI. Maybe that just results in me going out and buying a PS3 again or something. I don't know, because I don't own a PS3 anymore, so. Or actually, I keep forgetting. My girlfriend has a PS3. I could probably just borrow hers. But yeah, I should. I should. What was it? This drop? Just money? Yeah, sure, whatever. I forgot about it. Ooh, shit. I don't know if I'd change that. Yeah, we're still going the right way. But wait, I can go up or I can go around. Wow, I have options here. Whatever. We'll just go this way. I feel like the attack system of Lords of the Shadow. I feel like the attack system of Layman of Innocence was more in depth than this one. Just seems kind of like mash X over and over again. But this one has like a system where you're creating weapons, whereas Layman of Innocence, I'm pretty sure you just use the whip, the vampire killer. Because I think I have to remember. It's been 15 years since I played that game. But I want to say Layman of Innocence was like their first attempt in a while for a 3D Castlevania, but it also was like a prequel to everything, and you were playing as the first Belmont. And then obviously Lords of Shadow, they did that again, which I think between those two, Lords of Shadow did it way better. Obviously that game, I mean, it's basically known what the twist of that game is now, but I think at the time, like, I didn't go into Lords of Shadow knowing the twist of that game, and I think that was also a big part of that game for me, was the big twist at the end of that game, like, oh, holy shit, they did something here. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. God, this is weird shit. I think this was the save room we were in. Yeah. Kojima, I think, helped a little bit, but with that game, but he did not help with Lords of the Shadow 2 at all, or that, like, the hell was that thing? Like, the in-between thing they put on the 3DS and then brought out on other systems. Mirror of Fate. He didn't help with that either. He helped a little. I want to say he like they threw his name on as like a like executive producer or something, but he didn't really do that much with that game. Other than they kind of used some of his engine at the time too. Some of that tech and stuff. That was before the Fox engine too. Imagine a Castlevania game on the Fox engine. Holy shit. And it's a shame. It's a shame now. Like, I don't see Konami. I mean, obviously, I see Konami putting out old games again. Like, obviously, we're Castlevania Requiem or whatever. I'm super excited about that. But that's all I really see them doing anymore. I don't see Konami doing like a new Castlevania or anything. I mean, I could be wrong, but they're too focused on pachinko machines and bullshit that I don't see them, or I see them doing something really, really dumb with it, like Metal Gear Survive dumb. I could see that. Although multiplayer in Castlevania has worked really well, if you ever play, and I always get the two mixed up names because they made Harmony of Dissonance and Harmony of Despair, and I always get which one is which mixed up. But that arcade, like Xbox 360, PS3 arcade game, the 2D multiplayer game, phenomenal game. I would, and it is controversial, I would put that, my top 3 Castlevania games would probably be Lords of Shadow, Symphony of the Night, in no order, and that multiplayer game, because it's an incredible experience. Like, still, I wish they would make that backwards compatible on the Xbox One. It's a phenomenal game. It works so well too. Like it was such a weird concept when it came out. Like nobody knew. That was part of the fun too. Is like nobody really knew all the ins and outs of the systems in that game when it came out. And so a lot of the fun of that game for me was like discovering how this works, how that works. It was awesome. Like, I can't say enough good things about that game. I always wanted them to make like a sequel, and then obviously Konami did what Konami's gonna do. I could see them weirdly making like a game like that, and I would be okay. But knowing Konami today, they would do something really dumb with Castlevania, or they will dump a bunch of money into making high quality assets for a video on a pachinko machine that will look really cool, but then you remember it's on a pachinko machine. So, and who knows when Bloodstain's coming out, you know, from I'd probably say Igarashi wrong, but from the guy who made Symphony of the Night. Who knows when that game's coming out? He's delayed. That game's been delayed more times than Crackdown 3 right now, so like who knows? The joke right now is what one of these games will come out first. Wow, that was really harsh. The joke right now is what game will come out first. Bloodstained or Shenmue 3. I don't have an answer. Like, at this point, I almost would go towards Shenmue because it seems like they've shown more recently to that game, and this one, you know, Bloodstained, like, yeah, Bloodstained's been out there and playable, but I feel like they've put that same demo out like 3 times now. So, and I saw people, like, press people and stuff, the last time they put that game out was, like, or the demo stuff out, press people were kind of put down, like, it's just Symphony of the Night again. Like, that's what that game's supposed to be. So I don't know why people were put down or upset about that. Like, that's what people kickstarted, a new Symphony of the Night game. So I don't know why you would be upset when that guy made another Symphony of the Night. Like, God, this camera sucks. That arcade game is incredible. Like, Castlevania Harmony, I want to say it's Harmony of Despair, but it could be Harmony of Dissonance. It's one or the two, because the other one's the GBA game. They made the dumb mistake of choosing 2 names that are incredibly similar, and the only reason they did that at the time was they wanted to have the abbreviation Castlevania HD, which is really stupid, but a lot of games were doing that at that time. That's literally the only reason why they named that what it is. But the game's cool. It's 6 levels. You can have up to 6 different people, and you play as different characters throughout, like, the GBA and Symphony of the Night era. So you have, like, somebody can play as Alucard, somebody can play as Shinoa from Order of Ecclesia. The dude from Area of Sorrow is in there. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Soma Cruz. He's in it. That's pretty cool. At some point, they added the DLC character in of Julius Belmont, which is really cool. I can't remember if it's Richter or Simon that's in it. I can't remember. It's one or the other. That game's cool as shit. And it's 6 levels, and then there was like a hard mode where you play through the same 6 levels. They put out a DLC level, which was the Egyptian one, which was cool as well. But basically, like, 6 people, you all start at different parts of like a big map, and then you all work towards the boss together, and then you have to defeat like whatever the boss of that map is together. So, and then obviously the last boss is Dracula, and it's very much like the Symphony of the Night map for Dracula. It's really cool. But then, like, each character you play as, you can level them up. I don't remember, like, what the max level was for each character. I know I did it. I don't remember. Like, it's been so long. And that's the thing. Like, I really want that game to be backwards compatible on the Xbox One so I can pull over my save and everything. I got a couple buddies that would love to play that game again. I got another buddy who I've said countless times, like, if they ever bring that backwards compatible, I will just buy you a copy so you can play it. Because that game is really incredible. The hell is happening? It's like Pokemon. He's evolving. Oh, now I just called him Golem for the hell of it. Apparently he is a Golem now. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Sure, game. Okay. I was thinking today, going through just like some of the other stuff for October for streaming and stuff. After Castlevania is done here, which probably is going to take another stream or two to finish this game up, I want to do. We leveled up finally. I think before we jump into Luigi's Mansion, I'm going to do my Resident Evil run, because that's a short. That'll take one stream to do. It'll be the as usual Jill Valentine run, because I just don't like. Not that I dislike Chris Redfield, but I literally I'm at the point in my life where I cannot play that game and not play as Jill Valentine. So this is my favorite Resident Evil character of all time. So, but we'll do that'll probably be the next thing I do after this game, and then after Resident Evil. I don't know what's happening here. After Resident Evil, we will jump into Luigi's Mansion. And that should take us to probably end of October. I mean, shit, it's already October 8th, which is absurd to me. But and that should take us to around that time. And again, I'm hoping, you know, before the end of October, I can get one other game in. Wow. I have a couple ideas, a couple things I've mentioned in the past here. Whoa. I should actually look here while we're watching this cutscene. Oh shit, okay. I didn't realize that was the thing. I was kind of looking, I've been kind of like back and forth looking at a guide on this game because I've never played it and kind of want to make sure I'm doing the right thing here. And I have no shame when it comes to that for older games. And yeah, I just saw a boss fight coming up that seems pretty interesting. So hopefully I'm prepared for it. Maybe what I'll do here is, ooh, that seems kind of scary. What can I do over here? That's what I want to know. Is this where I came from, or no? Maybe not. What the hell is this? Magical ticket. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the other games I mentioned, and again, part of it's clouded because I'm still sick here, but I originally said I wasn't going to touch Symphony of the Night this year, and then they announced that PS4 version of it, and now I maybe will stream that. I haven't decided yet. I'm definitely going to play it. The biggest problem with that is that it comes out the same day as Red Dead Redemption 2, which is insane. They should have put Castlevania out like 2 weeks. If they would have put it out this week, perfect timing. Can I not break these? No, I guess not. Let me look at this one. Well, I guess we're going in. I keep doing that. Hopefully this doesn't lead to like some huge boss fight or something, because I'm not ready. I would think they would. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, this makes sense. We'll find out. Excuse me. Interesting. Wow, they actually did 3D versions of the Flea Man? That's kind of cool. What's up with their backs, though? Like, Paul Leonard hip press. Cool. I'm reminded that that thing's name is Paul, and I didn't choose that. Like, that was its generic name. That just reminded me. Like, I didn't choose that name for that thing. They just named that thing Paul, and I said, yeah, sure. It's Paul the Golem. That makes sense. That seems like a boss door, and I don't think I want to go through that just yet. Oh boy, let's see here. We haven't gone through this door yet. Well, let's do it. Sure. Oh shit. I've been playing through in my spare, so in my free time now, since I finished Shadow, and I finished Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I finished Spider-Man, you know, I didn't want to dive into anything that's too deep a couple weeks before Red Dead Redemption, and I do have Soul Calibur 6 is coming as well. That's not a game that you, I mean, unless you're super into fighting games, that's not something you dump hours and hours into, at least for me, but I wanted to play something that was shorter, but I figured I could get through before Red Dead. So I'm actually in the process of playing through Prey for the Xbox One. If you guys have followed my channel since the beginning, you guys know I originally was planning on doing a review of Prey, and I had purchased the PC version of that game. And the PC version of that game was incredibly broken when it launched, and I basically wasn't able to play it at all. And the thing about it now is, like, since then I've upgraded my video card, so it's not really, like, I probably could play that game without issue now on the PC, but I'm also at a point where I just don't really like to play games on PC as often. Like, unless I'm streaming it or something, I don't have, like, a hard love for sitting at my computer desk. Like, I'd rather kick back in my chair over there, or you know, and whatnot. So a while, gosh, it's probably been like 6 months ago, I picked up a very, very cheap copy of that game on the Xbox One. Just kind of like a, hey, maybe they'll make this Xbox One and X enhanced at some point, and they did. They actually went back and made it X enhanced. And I also want to play that Moon Crash DLC. That looks awesome. So I am currently playing through that game right now, and I'm about as far in that game as I was when I was playing it on PC before that game started having its major bugs and glitches and stuff. So I haven't really dived into anything I haven't seen yet with that game, but that game's pretty good. I really wish it wasn't called Prey, because I have such admiration for that original Prey for the 360. Like, I think that game was really awesome and way ahead of its time. And I did a video on that a long time ago. It's probably one of the earliest videos I've done on my channel. You guys can definitely check it out. About that game, I really like that original Prey a lot. This game, like, I really, like, I get why it's called Prey. I know they picked up the license, but it pretty much only shares the ideas of Prey in name only. It's very, very different from what Prey was. Not that that's a bad thing, but... Still really, really cool game from what I've played thus far. But that was kind of like my, I want to play something. I originally was going to start Dragon Quest XI, and then I realized, like, there's no way I would get through that game in 3 weeks. And I just decided, Dragon Quest XI's on the back burner until, like, maybe December, I'm thinking. I don't really have anything big coming out in December, so... That's a good, like, after we get through Game of the Year stuff here and I take my month break, that's my game to play and kind of just kick back. Excuse me. That's the plan right now, at least. So, that may be my best 2018 game I played in 2019 of that year or something. We'll have to wait and see here. Shit. Let's go through this door, whatever. Oh, shit. You can kind of move the camera around, but it's like different room. Like each room is different. Like each area you're in. Oh, that's right. I gotta switch. I guess we'll kill. Then I'll switch innocent devils, as they call them. All right, let's do that now. Summon T. Sure. All right, open this shit up. Do your job. Yeah, what'd I get? Ceremonial tool. Ancient weapon is said to be made from this. Let's see if I can make it right now. I'm gonna leave this guy out for a little while too, I think. The answer is no, of course. I probably can't, but... What was that thing called? Ceremonial tool. I need a short sword and a gano. Oh. Interesting. How the tables have churned on me. I can make another short sword just so I have it. But yeah, you have to make a gano, and that's how you can make that thing. Okay. Alright, sure. Oh, that thing heals me. Maybe I'll leave this one out for a while. Ancient memory. I played one single match of the Soul Calibur 6 beta just because I kind of wanted to see what it was like. It was exactly what I expected, which was everybody is playing as Geralt the Witcher. And I played one match. It was like, cool. Went to go play a second match. Geralt. I was like, I'm good. I get, like, this game seems fine. Seems better than Soul Calibur 5, and that's all I really care about at this point. So it seems like the even number Soul Caliburs are always the best. Like 2 and 4 were better than 1 and 3, and so forth. So I think 6 is gonna be really good. And we'll probably be streaming till 10-ish tonight, I think, for this stream. Probably not too much later after that. I'm still getting over being sick and stuff, so. I will probably most definitely be streaming a little bit longer on Friday night. I like that the enemies are starting to level up with you in this game too. That's one thing. Like that's very Symphony of the Night like, and that's definitely different than Lament of Innocence. I'll say that. Lament of Innocence, from what I remember, was more like a classic Castlevania, like 1, 2, and 3 type game. It had more in common with like Devil May Cry too. So it was very much one of those kind of games, whereas this seems more geared towards like a Symphony of the Night style, but in 3D. Okay. Wait, is he not dead? No, no, he's dead. No, he's not dead. Wow. He's level 14, that's why he's taking forever to die. A hard guy. And I got another buddy right now that bought Assassin's Creed, or I keep wanting to call it Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that keeps telling me, like, Odyssey's really good. And I keep saying, I can't play that game right now. Like, I'm sure it is. At some point I would like to play that game, but I just, like, with Red Dead coming out in a couple weeks, I literally can't devote that much time. And like it seems like Assassin's Creed Origins was huge in what it was when it came out, and this one just seems like 10 times bigger. It seems like Witcher 3 level. And that just, I look at that and go, yeah, like what happened to releasing a big long game in the summer? Like I was really like pushing for a like July release for Dragon Quest 8 or Dragon Quest 11. Because I was like, yeah, if we put out Dragon Quest 11 in July when there's like nothing else to play, hell yeah, I would play that game. Or it's like Valkyria Chronicles 4 is out right now. That game seems pretty cool. I really liked Valkyria Chronicles, the remaster on the PS4. That was the first time I played that game because I never played it on the PS3. Really enjoyed that game, and I would love to play Valkyria Chronicles 4, but not. I just don't have the time to do that right now. So there's too many games. Like, and this happens every fall. It seems like the big releases keep getting pushed up, like closer and closer to summer. It seems like this year September was big. Like, between Dragon Quest, Spider-Man, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, all within like a week and a half. Oh, look at this. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of big games that come out within a week of each other. Like a lot. We're just fighting lesser demons all day here. Is that what we're doing? Holy shit. Like, we're so far off the beaten path from where we started here. It's kind of absurd. Oh, I thought they said like 2 point something. I was like, what the hell's happening? And I keep forgetting it's not this weekend, but it's next weekend is Halloween, and I'm super pumped to finally see that movie. I thought it was really funny that like, I guess it's not surprising that Venom did really good at the box office this weekend. Like, people are gonna go see a Marvel movie. Like, you can literally put out garbage and slap Marvel's name on it. People are gonna pay money to see it. What I think they were originally projecting, like 50 million, and that movie made 80 million, like way above what they were expecting. And it's one of those movies where the critics and the audiences are divided on, which I think is really interesting. I definitely want to see it, but I don't feel like I need to go to the theater to see it. Like, I can watch that on my leisure. But it's been interesting to see. I had one buddy that went and saw it over the weekend and was like, it was okay. And I was just like, yeah, it's about what I've heard. So I had a real moment the other night too, because I beat Shadow the Tomb Raider. I was like, I don't want to start anything new, but I don't want to do nothing. And I went through like 4 or 5 different games, and then it was like later the next day I just thought about it and was like, man, I have that Prey version for Xbox that I haven't played yet. But I went back and was kind of messing around with the Xbox One version of Skyrim, which, if you have an Xbox One X, that is a very, very good version of Skyrim to play. I also did. I also have. I'm not going to do a review or anything of it because I'm not a racing person, but I have been playing Forza Horizon 4. It's really, really good. I cannot recommend it enough. From someone who doesn't like racing games and doesn't care about racing games at all, that game is awesome, and like it's addictive. It's really, really well done. It kind of reminds me back in the day of, I would get really into Gran Turismo, like, but like Gran Turismo 1, 2, and 3. I think after 3 is where I kind of dropped off of that franchise, but this is just so much better. And the Horizon series has always been kind of the casual series to me. Like, anybody can pick up and play that game and have a good time with it. You don't have to be a car nut. I am ultra not a car nut, and I think the game's fun. If you get Game Pass for the Xbox, $10 a month, you can play that game. It's a really, really, really good way to play that game. That's how I'm playing it. Believe me, I didn't go out and buy a copy of that game. So, I own a copy of Forza Horizon 3. I actually went out and bought that game, and that was just like I was really into the idea of where that game was set, like the location being in Australia, and just the more and more I saw of that game, like right before it came out, I was like, man, this looks really, really cool. And I just kind of happened to just take a dive. I had one buddy who plays every Forza game just keep telling me over and over again, like, you need to play the Horizon games, you need to play the Horizon games. And Forza Horizon 3 was the one where I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. Let's see exactly what's going on here. And the game is real cool. So. Can't tell if I'm hearing thunder outside or not. I don't know. I can't tell. I was thinking of hooking up my other, I have my lavalier mic, but the problem is I feel like if I hook that up, it's going to clash with this one being hooked up, and this one's hooked up to the back of my PC right now, and it would just cause a real ruckus. So, I didn't do that tonight, but I hate wearing this headset, because, I don't know, I know you guys can see I'm wearing a headset here, you know, this Turtle Beach headset. There's no sound coming through this headset, so it's kind of annoying. I guess, holy shit, I guess we're to the boss. I guess we'll see what the boss is all about here. We may go back and do some leveling up here. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what it's all about. Shit, it's Trevor Belmont. Oh shit, I guess we're just... Oh god. Oh god. He is way harder to fight than I would have imagined. Okay. I keep forgetting there's this guard button, so... Oh, he has all his powers too, so he's probably going to be a bitch to fight. Hey man, as someone who's played a lot of Castlevania games, holy water doesn't curve like that, just saying. Yeah, like, holy water don't curve like that, man, just saying. Also, like, I'm gonna get my ass kicked because I just don't think I'm powerful enough to... You're probably really meant to have that other weapon, like, hooked up before you fight him. Because, like, look at how much little damage I'm doing here, like... Although I will say it's nice having this other innocent devil out since he heals me, but even still, like, this seems like this is gonna take forever. I know I could ID lock him, that's kinda cool. I will probably die here, and then we'll have to level up and build that other weapon. Because it's just the amount of damage I'm doing here is insane. Like, it's so low. Holy shit! Holy shit! Yep. Yep. You can't bite me. Check something once. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. That makes way much more sense to me. I was just looking at the guide here. Apparently you're not supposed to kill him, so that makes sense why I'm doing so little damage. Even still. Maybe I can make it. Let's see. Can I do it? Yes! Let's make this sword. Was it this one? No. The hell was it under? Was it this one? No. Ancient memory, wild memory. It was this one. I need a short sword. I thought I just made a short sword. Whatever. Do it now. Let's do it. Shit, that's gotta be better than what I'm currently using, right? I don't think it is. Yeah, it is. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna save again. I don't give a shit. I'll just save over this. Who cares? All right. Do I go fight him again? Nah, I kinda, you know what? Like, as much as I would like to, I kind of want to go back and explore just a little bit. Because I feel like we've kind of just rushed in this game. I kind of want to go back and do a little exploring. You know, two other games that came to my mind here for Horror Fest, and I'm not going to play these because Horror Fest is already crowded enough right now, but that I have for the original Xbox. I actually have a lot of horror games for the original Xbox, as I was looking over my original Xbox collection, but the Suffering games, I have both of those. I have not seen those games in like 15 years. I remember I don't know if I ever played the second one, but I remember playing and really liking the original. I have those. Cold Fear. I own that. That's actually a weird original Xbox game that actually displays in 720p, which is kind of cool. That was kind of like Resident Evil Boat before they did Resident Evil Boat. A couple times over now. Let's take a look here. Stubbs the Zombie. I got Stubbs the Zombie. I don't think I've ever actually played Stubbs the Zombie. I remember watching a friend play it, but I never personally actually played it. That was one of the games. I think I told this story on my last stream, but when I was finally able to find, so I originally owned the original Xbox for about a year. I bought it really, really late in the life cycle. I bought it for Halo 2 and Fable. And at the time, kind of to catch up on some of the Xbox games I missed, but I didn't get through a lot of them. I got through a select few, but and then when the Xbox 360 came out, I just kind of traded my original Xbox in because I was like, I don't really need this. And so I didn't, I only really had the original Xbox for like a year, and I had, when I was still working at GameStop, one of my buddies that worked there, his friend had been just going through the process of like dumping a lot of old game stuff and like just kind of getting out of it, I guess. And he knew that I'd been looking for an original Xbox, and he's like, "Hey, my friend's got a original Xbox, but it's I specifically wanted the green Master Chief one, which is what I'm using here. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. Maybe it's the green controller." But I have the green system. But he had the green system, and 2 controllers, and it was kind of like and he had he had a bunch of games and everything, and I was like, cool, like, that's what I wanted. So I was like, all right, well, how much do you want? And he's like, $80. And I said, that's really reasonable considering how much these are going for now, and considering it was the Halo one. I had him bring it in the store. Obviously, you know, tested systems all the time, so I tested everything out. The only one thing that was kind of a bummer, and I already said like I was super into buying it, was, you know, he came in, all the games weren't in cases, so it was just discs. I hate having disc-only games. I made a bunch of fake cases for him, but it still irks me, like, when I look at that shelf and I see, like, a bunch of games on the shelf that are, you know, in cases, and then you get to these generic white ones, you know, that just have, like, permanent marker written on them. And, which is kind of a bummer, I guess, but, I really, so there were games in there like, Brute Force, which you guys saw on the test stream. I played a little Brute Force here. Stubbs the Zombie was one of those games, and it was a bummer because I'm like, oh man, he's got Stubbs the Zombies, I'm gonna have that, and that'll have a case and everything. And then when it came in, it was like, oh, I don't have any cases. I was like, oh. There were some other weird games in there, like there was like a Predator game for the original Xbox I never played. I have that. So, but I've been in the slow process of, like, if I'm out at a convention or a flea market, or like in my area we have a store called Half Price Books that sells a lot of retro stuff. That's actually a really solid store. If I ever see like something I'm looking for and it's in clearance or something, and I really just need the case itself, I'll pick it up. Like, I recently picked up another copy of Brute Force for like $2 just so I could have a case. So I have 2 copies of Brute Force. And I'm not the kind of person that can bring myself to like throw one of them out or give it to somebody, but like I don't know anybody that wants a disc-only copy of Brute Force. So like I have 2 copies of that game. Yeah. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I guess I am. But yeah, I always had a lot of fun with the original Xbox. Like when I did, you know, play it and stuff. That summer before the 360 was actually the same summer I graduated high school, and I went. My present for finishing high school or you know, graduating high school or whatever was when I was in high school. 3 of my 4 years I lived in the Detroit, Michigan area. So I went to high school for 3 of my 4 years in Detroit, Michigan, and then for my dad's work or whatever, we moved back to where I live now. And so my deal at the time was, you know, when you graduate, you can go hang out with your friends for, you know, the summer. And that's what I did. And it was like I got to go live at my friend's house for the summer and hang out. And they actually, a group of my friends from Michigan, they came down. We rode the train. And they came down for my graduation, hung out here for the weekend, or hung out at my house at the time for the weekend. And then, you know, we all, you know, took the train back to his house and, you know, up in Michigan. And I lived there for the summer. And it was awesome. But you know, I brought my original Xbox and he had an Xbox. So we did a lot of, like, Halo 2 LAN. We did a lot of... Time Splitters was the big one. Time Splitters Future Perfect. I played an astronomical amount of that game. Probably the game I played the most on the original Xbox. So much of that game. It's so freaking good. and now I own a copy of it for the original Xbox and for the GameCube. Because it was one of those, and I'll give you a prime example. It was one of those I walked into Half Price Books recently. This was like maybe a month or two ago, and they actually had a copy of it, and it was relatively decently priced. And I just kind of looked at it, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to own that on both, so. But yeah, no, I lived there for that summer. I can't, maybe, no, I took my Xbox and I think I took my game, or no, I took my Xbox because we went and bought like one of those Ethernet like link cables to do that, because I remember doing that. And then we played a lot of like split screen on a couple games. I guess we're just fighting Trevor again. I played a lot. We played a lot of original Xbox. It was a fun time. So I always kind of felt like after the end of that summer, like even though I had that game or that system for a year, I kind of got my money's worth. I keep forgetting too that Castlevania anime comes back at the end of this month. Like, it's been so long. It's been like a year and a half since that show was on, and it was so good. I literally can't wait for that either. That'll probably be one of the, I'm going to probably combine that into one of the Horror Fest movie reviews. That'll be one of the, I'll do a full review of Season 2 of that. I think it's going to be 8 episodes. Because I will tell you guys, like, I will devour that weekend that it comes out, so. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be awesome. You know, Red Dead Day, ha ha ha. Like, it's just everything happens on Red Dead Day. Every year, I said this before, like, everything always happens on, like, everything, like, the biggest entertainment stuff always happens the same day. Wonder how far I have to get his health down before this fight ends. I will say this is going better with this better sword or whatever I have now, so I will give it that. Shit. Oh, that was actually kind of a good, like, block move there I just did. Holy shit. Like, it's like... Yeah, there we go. Some sick cutscene. Ugh. And part of the other reason I got sick too is I'm on a new schedule at work where I have like an odd schedule like throughout the week. So like I have like Mondays and Fridays I work earlier, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays I work later, and then I'm off Thursdays and I work Saturdays, and Saturdays I work really early. But it's actually really nice. So it's kind of an adjustment period, and I think it was just a combination of that, the weather change and everything, and just adjusting to this new schedule, and of course it just all kind of comboed into one big cold. What is this? Oh, cool. Yeah, sure. Wait a minute. So that's the door I was through. Let's go through this and we'll save. And then we'll go back and we'll see what's going on. There's been some other cool horror stuff that's been going on. Like there's a new show I guess on Netflix. I can't think, or Netflix on Hulu. I can't think of the name of it, but apparently they're doing like a new episode each month, and each month it's going to deal with that time of the year for the horror. So like this first one's about Halloween, and I think the first episode, I remember the episode is called The Body, but I can't remember, maybe it's called Into the Darkness or something like that. That seems pretty cool. I at some point I want to watch that. This Friday we have that Haunting of Hill House show that apparently like early reviews are like out of this world for that show, so I'm excited for that. The battle type. So maybe I can change him. Here, let's see. I guess he's a battle type, right? Maybe. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Is that all that's in here? I can't. Oh yeah, I can get up here. Yeah! That's dumb. That's really dumb. That's really dumb. Okay, sure. Whatever, I'll take that power. Me and my buddy Paul just hanging out. Apparently, a huge iron door. No man could force this open. So that's all that's back here? So you fight Trevor Belmont and then there's jack shit back here? That's what you're telling me? Cool, man. Sorry, I got a power up for my buddy Paul here. Yeah, sure, whatever. Sure, Castlevania, you be you. But yeah, there's like a lot of good horror stuff happening this month, and just like pretty much anywhere you look. Like I feel like it's more so this year than in previous years. And I'm always excited about anthology horror stuff because I feel like the only thing out there is American Horror Story, and it's such a garbage TV show that it kind of puts me down. Like there's so many better things that we could do. Like there's so many better stories that can be told, and yet the only thing that people seem to talk about is American Horror Story. I'm like, American Horror Story is not good. Like at this, I'm willing to argue at this point, I don't think it ever has been. So. I won't even watch this season. Like, this is every year until this season, I always have given that show a chance. Like, well, maybe this will be the year that I'm okay with it or whatever. And then the one that broke me was last year, the first episode. I just like, this sucks. Like, we can't make a good show. Like, they literally are incapable of making that a good show. And I just bounced out. And then I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. So I got this Haunting of Hill House show coming to Netflix. I'm gonna watch that. I'll give this Hulu thing a shot. The other thing that's coming to Netflix that looks pretty cool, and that's probably going to be the other Horror Fest movie review I do, is there's a movie coming to Netflix. It might be this Friday, actually, called Apostle. That looks pretty cool. I watched the trailer for it and said, yeah, that seems awesome. So, it had pretty good early buzz on it, too, so... I can tell you guys. So other movie reviews I can tell you for sure this month. Halloween, obviously the 2018 Halloween. I'm going to be doing a review of that. This Apostle movie. I'm going to do a review of that. Netflix movie reviews and Netflix shit seems to be really, really popular on the channel for some reason. Like, I think I did a review of Gerald's Game 1922 last year. And The Babysitter, which I thought was a shitty movie. Those seem to do really, really well, so I'm going to do Apostle. And then Castlevania, the new season, I'm going to do a review of that. We'll just kind of follow that in. I don't like to review TV shows because that's just too much going on there, but... Castlevania, I'll make the one exception for. Alright, we're going to change my summons here because as cool as your boy Paul is, he doesn't heal me up like this guy, so we're just going to do that. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 2. But yeah, so for sure I'll do a review of Apostle. I'll be doing a review of Halloween. I'll be doing a review of... I'll be doing a review of the Castlevania season, and then there's one other movie in there that I'll be doing a review of. And I actually have it stretched personally between a couple choices, but I think I know what it's going to be. It's actually a movie I've already watched, but I think I want to watch it again before I do a review of it. Because I think there's things about it that I want to see again before I give final thoughts on it. But I liked it the first time a damn big amount. I really, really enjoyed it. And think it's worth seeking out, so. But I kind of want to see it again. And those will be coming a little bit later this month. Obviously, Halloween and Castlevania, I can't even do reviews of those until those are actually out. There you are. You know, the one thing this game needs, and maybe I'm just missing it. You know, maybe I'm an idiot, but it's missing. It needs a lock-on system, like bad. Especially when it comes to bosses like this. Or not bosses, but enemies like this, where like I could probably drop him if I could lock onto him. That's gonna bring us back. I kind of want to go back to this area and see what was going on the other side of this shit. We'll also be calling it pretty soon here. What is this area called? The Nervant Temple. This doesn't seem like a temple. This seems like a castle. Just saying. Just saying. I'm not gonna fight you. I don't even care. Oh, and I went the I went the wrong way. I meant to go this way because I'm trying to go that. Yep, I see what I did. Okay, so maybe I will fight you now. Actually, my cold was so bad last week that I think it was Thursday, I took a half day. Because for whatever reason last week, I normally am off on, I'm normally off work on Thursdays, but for whatever reason last week I had to work Thursday and I was off Wednesday instead. And I knew I was getting sick, and as I was going in, I'm just like, I don't even want to be here. And I ended up taking a half day that day and just coming home and just going right to bed and sleeping. And I slept. I came home and slept for like 4 hours. And then woke up feeling, I guess, a little better. Working all day Friday and all day Saturday back to back. Just sick as hell and just like, ugh. And then I did a lot of sleeping on Saturday night and Sunday. In fact, Saturday night, I put on the WWE Superstar Showdown and was like, I'm going to watch all this. And I slept through a good hour of that, and I had no desire to go back and see what I missed. I just watched the ups and downs, the What Culture ups and downs to see what I missed. But because it was kind of a whatever pay-per-view as I've discussed on the channel before, as a WWE wrestling fan. It was okay. I think out of there have definitely been more recent terrible pay-per-views than Superstar Showdown, and I think that the Undertaker versus Triple H match was really good. It was a bummer, you know, not to see Undertaker win, but given who he was going up against, I kind of figured that was what was going to happen. I thought it was a fitting match, though. Like I thought it was a good ending. Played off very well. I also thought the Shield versus Braun Strowman or they have a shitty like nickname that didn't fit. They're called like the Dogs of War or something, but it's Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. I thought that match was really good too. I don't know. It was an okay like house show where we can't change any titles really because it's a house show. But of course, they changed the titles that had anything to do with, you know, people that were from Australia. It was about what you would expect. I don't know. It was okay. I don't want to dive too much into my thoughts on wrestling because it seems to be people don't give a shit about that. So I don't really talk about wrestling on my channel too much because it's something I enjoy, but not everybody. I get it. It's not for everyone. I just wish I just wish WWE would put out a good video game. That's really what I wish. And that comes from someone who played a lot of 2K15, 16, and 17. And then skipped last year's, and then was mildly interested in 2K19 until the developers came out and said, hey, we're going to fix all this shit that you hate about this game in the 2020 version. And then I said to myself, well, then why, like, don't come out and say that a month before you put out your game. That's like saying, hey, this Assassin's Creed we're putting out right now, it's okay, but the next one will be 10 times better. Like, that's a really dumb thing to do. And I looked at that and I was like, alright, well, so you just told me that I should wait another year and I'll play WWE 2K20 and see how I feel. Like, okay, like, sure. Just really, really not smart. Like, don't do that. I bought Fire Pro for the PS4. I played a little Fire Pro. I have to just... The problem is I just can't get into it. Like, the combat's weird. Like, I'll say it's a better game mechanically than the latest WWE games. But I can't get into it. I don't know if it's me. Probably just need to give it more time, and that's not something that's going to happen anytime soon. I'm happy to own that because I feel like in 6 months that's a game where people are going to be like, man, this Fire Pro Wrestling World game is like super hard to find. So that was my main reason for buying it. But yeah, the hell just happened? Oh, okay. We're evolving this Pokemon. Lethal, sure. Should be named Lethal. Keep doing that. I don't mean to. See something. Yeah, I guess there's really nothing else back here. Okay. But yeah, I'll have to look through. If you guys check out my Twitter account or the official Facebook page of Marble Gallery, you guys can kind of see like an up-to-date on what's going on with the channel, you know, plans, that kind of thing, see what's going on, upcoming plans and stuff. I'll post something on there pretty soon about like, you know, ETA on the next video here for the channel, what that's going to be and so forth. You know, the other thing that I was thinking of doing, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet or not. I know in the last live stream I said I'm on the fence right now. I was talking about doing a full review of Graveyard Keeper. I don't know if I'm going to do that still, and the reason for me not doing that is because I played so much of that game when it came out in August, or maybe it was September 1st. I can't remember. I want to say it was August. I put like 30 hours into that game, and then I put it down to play other things. It must have been August, because it was definitely before some of this other stuff came out. And I haven't played it, and now when I go back to it, it's like I kind of have to relearn some of the stuff in that game, so we'll see. I did capture footage of it, so I may throw my thoughts together in a video for that. So anyways, this is going to be the second part of Castlevania. Ended it just a little bit earlier tonight because I'm still getting over my sickness and stuff, but I will be streaming this Friday, October 12th, I think it is. I'm going to do a longer stream for that one. We're going to try and really knock out a good chunk of Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I don't even know how far I am into this game, but thank you for checking out the stream. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you liked what you saw, watch some of my videos. Watch my Spider-Man review. I just put that up. It's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty good video. So anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the stream, and I will see you all on Friday.